Hello everybody and welcome to day one of week one. Now I hope you are all organized and ready to go. I hope you spent the weekend shopping and getting yourself ready, and that you have a good awareness of your day to day for the next week and the next week and the next week and the next week. Of course we'll tweak and change perhaps, but just making sure that you're set up strongly right from the very beginning, because yes, we're full of motivation right now, we're excited to start. Eventually that motivation wears off, so we have to start generating our own conscious motivation, if you like. So, and discipline to do the things that we set out to do, because if motivation were so easy, we'd all be achieving all these great goals that we imagine for ourselves. So motivation might get you started, but after that, it's the actions you take that drive the motivation, okay? So today, day one, I'm going to teach you a practice that I do in the mornings and at the beginning of my yoga classes that I teach. So not all the time, not every morning, but I do have a meditation or breathwork practice of some kind I like to do when I wake up. So instead of reaching for my phone, instead of getting up and going to housework and jumping on my computer, I try to, as much as possible, take the first 1 or 2 hours for myself. Yes, longer if I can, yeah. So that might look like my morning routine for me might look like I get up, I do a breathing practice or a meditation practice. I will go outside, I will take a mindful walk with my dog, so barefoot on the ground, and I'll take Flo with me, or I'll ride to gym, I'll do a workout and ride home, and then I might sit down and do some writing. So obviously not everyone has the luxury of that much time. We have families and jobs that we have to be on time for. I work for myself, so I have created my life. I have intentionally built my life so I can put myself first every single morning, and I really do not like altering my routine. Because another thing that for me is that I have ADHD, so really laying my strong foundations and being religious about it, being vigorous about it, and not wavering is in my greatest interest. I am easily distracted. I can take a long time to focus and dive into things, and I know I've done enough work on myself to know what works for me, and setting myself up this way for the day is, without a doubt, going to reap the greatest benefits for myself and what I'm trying to achieve in my life. So let's get started with our breathing practice. You can do it at any time of the day, right? If you're just feeling a bit unsettled, come to this breathing practice. If you feel like you want to have a kick of energy, energize yourself, there's another breathing practice which I can show you. But today, this one is just dropping ourselves into our body, because it's really important to check in on how you're feeling each day, each morning. Wake up, check in, how am I feeling? Take a deep breath, slow it down. Belly to heart, even pulling up through collarbones, base of skull to crown. And when you get here, gentle pause, gaze to third eye, which sits behind the eyebrows, just inside the skull. And then exhale. Gentle pause at the bottom, inhale. Pause. Exhale. Deep, long, full breaths. If all you can do is 10 rounds of that every morning, big belly, pull the breath from the belly to the heart center, all the way up through collarbones to the base of your skull. So imagine drawing that breath up all the way to the crown, and then pause before you exhale slowly. And again, do 10 of those. We don't take enough deep breaths. All of us are busy, shallow breathing, and our body needs oxygen to operate at its greatest capacity. To feed ourselves, to make sure our systems, excuse me, all can function at their best. Deep breathing is profoundly helpful, effective, important. Excuse me again. So, if all you can do is 10 deep breaths, that's a good place to start. You know, when we're trying to incorporate something new, we can have all these judgments about it and resistance. So maybe just starting with 10 deep breaths in the morning. And maybe 10 deep breaths when you go to bed. But if you want to try something a little bit more, we can sit on our knees or on our bottoms with our crossed legs, and as we inhale, we take a deep breath in. Slowly our hands rise, our palms meet in prayer, we gaze upwards, and then we exhale all the way down to heart center. Then we interlace and inhale. So we reach through the palms, round out through the shoulders, chin to the chest. Then exhale. Interlace again, knuckles towards the floor, long spine, reach up through crown. Inhale. And then our exhale, we roll forward all the while, our knuckles reach away. And then we inhale. Reach back through the knuckles, brace through the core. Exhale to reset. Let's do it again. Do 10 rounds of that, more if you like. It's a beautiful calming exercise to bring you into your body, to bring you to your center. If you're feeling agitated, absolutely go there. If something begins to, around the program, takes up a lot of space in your mind, you can come back to your breath to bring yourself back to the center, back to present, and just become aware of the thoughts that you might be struggling with. Yeah? Just bring awareness to them and acknowledge them and let them be there, and just see what happens instead of resisting, instead of indulging. Just see if you can become present and just notice those thoughts. Give them space, the feelings that surround them. Maybe it's like, I really want to have that donut, glass of wine, whatever. Just take a moment to drop into your body, to become present, and notice where in your body that thought and the feelings surrounding it might be sitting. And then put your hand on it and take another deep breath, and just allow it to be there. Give it space, acknowledge it. Maybe even have a conversation with it. This is the kind of work I do. It's called embodied processing. This is just a little short snippet of how you can use these tools to become aware of your feelings, because what happens when we make space for them, they feel acknowledged, and they begin to soften and lessen and drift away. So enjoy your first week. Remember your breath, whether it's just 10 breaths, deep breaths in the morning, or the whole arms and the forward folding, or just a moment to put your hands on wherever you're feeling discomfort and connect to your breath and make space for those feelings. I hope that is helpful for you. If you've never done it, give it a try. Yeah, just give it a try. You'll be amazed at the wisdom of our own bodies. If you're not used to doing somatic work, there's a whole other world for you to explore, discover and explore. And maybe this month is the time you start to begin that exploration into the inner world. Thank you very much. May the rest of your week go well, and I'll see you next Monday.